I had several questions come in this week. One is, I've got grapes in my yard that I did not plant that are producing. Are they edible? I believe there's some variety of wild grapes.
Right. So you want to, if you don't know if they're edible, then they're probably not.
We had this issue a couple of years ago in our garden. We had a very large vine that started growing.
And we figured that they weren't edible or safe.
And you did some research and found out that there is a very defined line between wild and domestic, and you have to have them certified, or well, not certified, but verified whether or not they are consumable by humans, and if not, can be deadly.
Right. Next question is my sweet corn, it's my first year growing it. I think it's ready to harvest. It has some sizable ears on it. How do I know?
Well, first of all, the hairs on the ear will turn completely brown and almost black as it dies off. That's one indication. Secondly, you can pull back the husk of the plant, of the ear, slightly to see how bulked up the kernels are on that ear. If they are bulked up well and you feel it's sufficient to what you want, then you can harvest it. If not, you want to slightly pull the husk back, cover the ear, the kernels back up, and then wait a few more days in order to get that to properly develop. Let's see here. I recently canned salsa. The recipe was approved water bath recipe, which I pressure canned instead of water bath canned for the time mentioned in the recipe. I pressure canned pints. People was giving me a hard time because I was doing it in the pressure canning way. Is it safe or not safe? Is that true? Can I consume it? I canned the pints at 10 pounds for 25 minutes.
It's fine. You're okay. You probably overdid it, but that's okay.
Overprocessing
the time.
And should you have you should stick with what the recipe says. If it's water bath, stick with water bath. Don't try to convert it to a pressure can.
Right, or find a recipe that shows both. But it was overdone, but that's okay.
It's not like pickles where it's going to be a mush.
Right.
Whenever you get it.
Yeah.
Here, it's September, and I just severed a major vein feeding the only 2 pumpkins I have, and I had a lot of dead, dying leaves on the plant, growing a plant in a large container on my deck. I just fertilized it the other day, and it seems to be doing better, but now I'm scared my pumpkins may die. I just stuck the severed vein, or the cut vein, back into the soil, or the stem, hoping it to develop roots, so the fruit will continue to grow. I have several blossoms on the vine, but wonder if it's even going to turn into baby pumpkins, or mature before frost. I'm guessing I need 60 days. Is that enough time? Can you help me out? Well, sadly, if you've cut that major vein on the pumpkin that's feeding the root system, the answer is the plant's going to die. The only thing that could possibly have saved it is if you are in the ground and you cut that or you sever that. There is throughout the vine, as it grows across the ground, it will insert roots or develop roots at conjunctions, and then that will help feed the plant. But if it's in a container on your porch, it's not like a tomato where it's going to regenerate roots very quickly and then feed the plant. It's going to die, and there's not a whole lot in which you can do about it besides just composting it. You can see what happens, but there's not if the root system is what feeding that plant on that porch, and the end answer is the plant is going to die. A terrible problem with raccoons coming on my porch and doing their business. There's no food or scraps there. They just come and take care of themselves and then leave, and I always have a mess to clean up. Is there any advice that you can offer in order to deter them from doing this on the porch? I do not want to trap them or kill them. Any suggestions? All right, so the easiest thing here, one would be, instead of using like a Bob-X product where you would actually spray it on rags or on the side of the house, which you don't want to do, you can take good old-fashioned mothballs. Take and put them on plates. Now, if your porch is like an overhang where it's not going to get water on them, that's even better. But if it's going to rain, then you're going to have to do this after the rain as well. But you want to put it there. That smell, that aroma of the mothballs will deter the raccoons from coming. This also works on like possums and other such as raccoons and possums and other ones. Just standard mothballs. That'll keep them from getting on your porch and causing a mess.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.